You ever notice how the thing you wanted your whole life suddenly looks wrong when everyone else moves on? Stick around because I'm going to tell you how my beloved two-door Jeep Wrangler went from iconic to kind of awkward, I guess. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. Let me set the record straight right off the bat. When I say my first car, I mean the first car I actually owned. Because if you grew up with me, you know that my first car was technically an '84 Dodge Caravan. And I say technically because calling it my car would be like calling your mom's leftovers your dinner. Sure, you're eating it, but let's not pretend that you had any say in the matter. This Caravan was essentially my mother's car that I got to borrow whenever she wasn't using it, which, spoiler alert, wasn't that often. It was the worst car we owned, and we didn't own much. But hey, nothing says cool high school kid quite like rolling up in a minivan that's older than your taste in music and has that wood grain decal on the side. That's what I drove. And that's what people associated with me. Even today, my friends still remember that car. The Dodge Caravan guy, living the dream, folks, living the dream. But my actual first car, the first car I put my own money towards with some parental assistance, like 80% parental assistance, because let's be real, I was broke, was a '92 Jeep Wrangler. And man, I love that thing. Now, if you're familiar with Jeeps, you might know that this was the YJ model. And here's a fun fact for you. 1992 was the first year they added those rear roll bars with the little hockey stick bend to them for that extra head protection in case you rolled over, which, let's be honest, in a Jeep Wrangler isn't exactly outside the realm of possibility. I actually love that look because it filled out the back of the Jeep better than the older slanted roll bars, which provided about as much protection as thoughts and prayers. Now, my buddy had a 1990 Wrangler with those old slanted bars, and they were basically just a convenient handle to grab onto when you were holding on for dear life in the back seat. Were they practical? Sure. Safe? Probably not. But here's the thing. Back then, the Jeep Wrangler was only a two-door. That was it. That was the Wrangler. Later, they came out with the Jeep Wrangler Unlimited, which had an extended wheelbase and this weird, awkward, extended back end that looked like a pseudo pickup truck. But I think it was still two doors. They were awkward and they weren't particularly popular, but they were still two doors. I don't even remember seeing them in person that much. I'm sure they added some cargo space, which made them more practical since having people in the rear seat of a regular Wrangler basically meant you had no room in the back for anything. But still, nobody was clamoring for them. Then the four-door Jeep Wrangler came out, and I'll admit, I thought they looked a little weird at the time. Not bad, just a little weird, like somebody took the unlimited pickup truck thing and grafted two more doors onto it. But you know what? They grew into their own and people loved them, and now all I ever see are four-door Jeep Wranglers. They look nice, they look big, they look normal now to me. Which brings me to the other day. I'm driving along, minding my own business, and I see what I presume to be a brand new, fresh off the lot Jeep Wrangler, two-door. I think it said Renegade on it, gray with red accents, and it looked great. Sharp, aggressive, classic Jeep. But here's where my brain went into a short circuit. It looked small, like too small, like the back end didn't come out far enough, like it was proportionally off somehow. And that's when it hit me. That's all I knew growing up. That's all I ever wanted was a two-door Jeep Wrangler. That was the Wrangler, not some version of the Wrangler or some other car with a Wrangler name slapped on it. But now that two-door Jeep Wrangler looks weird to me. The two-door Jeep Wrangler hasn't changed. They're probably pretty similar to every two-door Wrangler that came before them. But somehow, the four-door Wrangler has become so ubiquitous that the original now looks like the oddball. The two-door Wrangler has become the dinosaur, the relic, the exception, not the rule. It's like someone started wearing their shoes on the opposite feet, and after a while you look at someone wearing the shoes on the right foot and you think, what's wrong with your shoes? The market has completely flipped. The thing I grew up idolizing is now the niche option. Meanwhile, I see two-door Ford Broncos, the big ones, and I think they look fantastic. I see the four-door Broncos all the time, and I love those too. Honestly, I think Ford hit a home run with the Bronco. But here's the kicker. When I see a two-door Bronco, I don't get that weird feeling. Maybe they have a little more meat in the back, or maybe the body to hood ratio is slightly different. Maybe they're just a little beefier all around. Whatever it is, they seem more balanced, more proportional to me. They don't irk me the way the two-door Wrangler does now. So let me ask you, have you ever experienced this? Was there something that you love that looks strange now because the world has moved on without it? Let me know. Am I just a loner here? But man, I miss my 92 Wrangler. I really do. That car was awesome. I had some great times in it. The top came off, and let me tell you, it pretty much never went back on because it was so bleeping heavy and took basically 3 guys to get it on and off. So whether it was raining, snowing, or there was a locust plague or something, you guessed it, the top was still off. And mine wasn't the hot rod. It only had the 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine. So it wasn't winning any drag races, but it never got stuck, not in mud, not in dirt, not even when I parked it on the curb and it got plowed in by the snowplow. That Jeep would just drive straight out. That thing went everywhere. I loved it. Sure, it didn't have air conditioning, but who needs AC when you don't have a roof? And yeah, it didn't have power windows or power locks or anything power really. It was just basically a vehicle that was as pure as you could get, a can with tires on it. So it was purely transportation in its rawest form, and I loved everything about it. That was the car I wanted. That was the car I got when I had a little money. And now, when I see a 2-door Wrangler, my brain goes, that's kind of weird. How does that happen? How do we get from this is perfect to this is strange without the thing itself changing? It's kind of like we're all living in some sort of collective automotive matrix where we forgot what normal used to be. The world moved on, the Wrangler evolved, and somewhere along the way, my dream car became the outlier. So yeah, the 2-door Wrangler looks strange to me now, and I'm not sure if that says more about the Wrangler or about me. Probably me. It's definitely me. That's really it. So, are you team 2-door or team 4-door Wrangler? Which side do you fall on? I guess I'm not totally sure about myself on that one either. Peter Von Panda, out.